Hello everyone, really a warm welcome back to Trivia Fever. I'm your host Priyadarshan and we have an exciting match on our hands tomorrow. The second India-Australia one-day international is going to be played at 9:10 in the morning. So for those of you who want to enjoy your Sunday well, there is no better way to do it. And obviously India coming from a loss, it will be, since it's a home ground, obviously Australia does have that advantage. But we know that our Indian team has proved its mettle over the years in whichever ground and whichever format of the game. So there are obviously certain changes which the team needs to make. We in the previous match we were really one batsman short, and some big names like Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul could not get going in the match. But nevertheless, we know that they are quality players, and it's only a matter of time for them to click. Hopefully, India would be able to come together as a unit and then face the Australian team, who is really in real pristine form. And obviously, King Kohli, we know how competitive he is, and especially he himself in several of his interviews has said that he really enjoys playing against Australia. Well, that being said, the match is at the SCG, and we know that the Australian grounds are a little bigger, but we have players like Hardik Pandya and like Shikhar Dhawan who are able to clear the boundary with pretty much ease. So like I had suggested in my previous video, I would really like to see KL Rahul open the innings alongside Shikhar Dhawan, because even when we see the World Cup, which Shikhar Dhawan missed out, it was KL Rahul who was opening the innings with Rohit Sharma, and he played some really good knocks and managed to score a century as well. So I feel that even though he is an adaptable player, giving him that many extra number of balls or that extra time on the ground, on the pitch, will come out positively only. And obviously he's coming from such a great IPL season, the winner of the orange cap as well. So it'll be good to see this change, and probably they can try and use Mayank Agarwal down the order or swap him for another batsman or another all-rounder, because we're not able to use Hardik Pandya to the full of his potential due to his injury. But well, all the best to the Indian team and all the best to all the fans as well. I will also be watching the match, so let's hope for the best. And on this note, I'll first start off with the answers of yesterday's questions, and then we'll move on to the questions for today. So here is question number 1 for yesterday. Srishant has completed his 7 years ban on charges of match fixing in September 2020. He is signed up to play a local T20 tournament organised by Kerala Cricket Association. Name the team which has signed up Srishant. So this was in the news, so some of you would have been able to crack this answer. The team that Srishant will be representing is the KCA Tigers team. So that was the first question. Moving on to question number 2, here it is. 2 goals in 4 minutes from dash and dash in the second half gave Atlanta a memorable victory that ended Liverpool's 100% record in 2020 Champions League tournament. Name these 2 players. So these 2 players are Joseph Illicis and obviously we have Robin Gosens. So these were the 2 strikers who ended the streak for Liverpool. Moving on to question number 3, here it is. This player, who top scored for Bayern in the Champions League with 15 goals and 34 goals in Bundesliga, was a firm favourite for the Ballon d'Or award before it got scrapped. He has been shortlisted for the Best FIFA Football Awards. Who is this player that we are talking about? So this player, obviously when I said Bayern and I'm talking about their lead striker, we already know the name. It is Robert Lewandowski. So that is the answer for the third question. Moving on to question number 4, here it is. This 39-year-old footballer, who retired from international football after the 2016 World Cup, is looking to make a comeback after being awarded Sweden's Footballer of the Year for an astonishing 12th time. Who is this footballer? Now obviously there are a lot of hints in the question itself. We got Sweden, we got 39-year-old. You know where we're going with it. So the answer is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So Zlatan, obviously he has played for so many clubs, and I really like his concept where he used to play for a particular club and then immediately sign up for the exact rival club. So it's only a man of his guts who can pull something like this off. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. Here it is. He is probably the best one-day player of all time. So it is about sticking to our plans and being really committed to get him out, said Aaron Finch before the first one-dayer between Australia and India in the year 2020. Who was he referring to? So obviously when we are talking about one of the best one-day players of all time and you're talking about getting him out, we are talking about the one and only King Kohli, that is Virat Kohli. And that sums up our questions for yesterday. It's time for today. I have 6 questions for you. So let's start off with them. Here is question number 1. He is now the only Indian spinner to concede 88 runs or more in ODIs twice. It was 89 versus Australia in Sydney on November 27th and 88 versus England in Birmingham on June 30, 2019. Name this cricketer. So that is our first question. Moving on to question number 2. Here it is. The fastest Australian to reach 5,000 runs in ODI is David Warner. Who is the second Australian to achieve this feat? So that was our second question. Moving on to question number 3. Here it is. Virat Kohli took 114 innings to reach 5,000 runs in ODI. He holds the joint second position with Sir Vivian Richards. Who tops this list of players to reach 5,000 runs the quickest? So that was question number 3. Moving on to question number 4. Here it is. In the 2020 India-Australia series, Steve Smith scored the 3rd fastest century by an Australian in the ODI when he took 61 balls to score the century. The person who holds the second position in that list is James Faulkner. Who heads this list and in how many balls had he scored the century? That was question number 4. Moving on to question number 5 for today. Here it is. Before I ask you the question, have a good look at the image that's going to pop up on your screen right about now. So now that you've seen the image, the question is that this Iranian weightlifter won a silver medal in the men's 105 kg event at the 2012 London Summer Olympics. The gold was won by Oleksiy of Ukraine. Now this Iranian weightlifter has been tested positive for prohibited substances, hence now the gold is awarded to this Iranian weightlifter. Who is this weightlifter whose image you saw? All I want you to do is tell me his name. Moving on to our last question for today. Here it is. Again, there's an image going to pop up on your screen right about now. So the question is very simple. This person is considered as the most successful coach of the ISL or the Indian Super League. All I want you to do is tell me the name of this coach. So this sums up all our questions for yesterday and today as well. I will be looking forward to your answers in the comments below. You can obviously in this, most of the answers you should be able to crack a bit easier. And obviously I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have a lot more to talk about, especially with the game and the match which is happening tomorrow. So do wait for my video, and if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, and that's all from me for now. I will see you all tomorrow. So till then, stay safe, take care, and good night.